Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a filing that has got some interesting moves. Let's just say they've been busy playing with their preferred stock and, you guessed it, Bitcoin. This is an 8K filing, which means it is a report of a significant event that shareholders should know about, and it is from Strategy Incorporated. It is dated the 17th of November 2025 and it is shedding light on their recent financial activities. So, Strategy Incorporated, this company is publicly traded on the Nasdaq Global Select Market. They've got a few classes of stock, including their common stock and several series of preferred stock, each with different rates and names like Perpetual Strife Preferred Stock and Perpetual Stretch Preferred Stock. It sounds like a lot of fancy names for different ways they've raised money. Now let's talk about what has really moved the needle here. They're giving us an update on their at-the-market offering program, or ATM as it is often called. This is basically a way for companies to sell shares of their stock over time into the open market, usually to raise cash. Looking at the period from just the 10th of November to the 16th of November 2025, they sold quite a bit of their preferred stock. For example, they sold 39,957 shares of their STRF stock, which is the 10.00% series, a perpetual strife preferred stock. This brought in about $4 million in notional value. They also sold a whopping 1313641 shares of STRF stock. The variable rate series, a perpetual stretch preferred stock, raking in over $131 million. They also sold some SRK stock, the 8.00% series, a perpetual strike preferred stock, bringing in around $600,000. And when we look at their totals as of the 16th of November, they have a truly massive amount available for issuance and sale. For the SRF stock, it is over $1.6 billion. For the SRC stock, it is over $4 billion. And for the SRX stock, it is a staggering over $20 billion. That means they have a lot of room to issue more of these preferred stocks if they need to raise more capital. But wait, there is more. Back on the 13th of November, Strategy completed a separate offering for their 10.00% series, a perpetual stream preferred stock, which they called the STRI offering. They sold 7750,000 shares at €80 apiece. This brought in a hefty 620 million euros, or about $16.8 million US dollars, even after fees. They netted over $703 million from this. It is clear they've been very active in raising funds through different preferred stock issuances. Now, for the really juicy part, the Bitcoin update. They acquired over 8,178 Bitcoins in the week leading up to the 16th of November, paying about $835.6 million for it. This means their average purchase price for that week was around $102,171 per Bitcoin. And when you look at their total Bitcoin holdings as of the 16th of November, they own over 102,171 Bitcoins. The total purchase price for all of this is over $649.8 billion with an average purchase price of around $74,433 per Bitcoin. To put that in perspective, the price of Bitcoin has fluctuated a lot, and they appear to have acquired a significant amount when prices were much lower than what they paid in this recent period. What is really interesting is how they're funding these Bitcoin purchases. They explicitly state that the Bitcoin was bought using money from that recent STRI offering, and from selling shares of their STIF, STIRC, and Strike preferred stock under their ATM program. This means their preferred stock sales and offerings are directly fueling their Bitcoin treasury. Strategy also mentions they maintain a dashboard on their website, www.strategy.com. For public disclosure, they use this to share information about their securities prices, their Bitcoin holdings, and other key metrics. It's their way of keeping investors in the loop and staying compliant with regulations. Putting it all together, Strategy Incorporated has been extremely busy raising capital through various preferred stock issuances, and then aggressively deploying that capital into Bitcoin. They've sold a massive amount of preferred stock, indicating a strong appetite from investors for these instruments. And they're using that cash to build a significant Bitcoin treasury. The recent acquisition of over 8,000 Bitcoins at an average price above $100,000 is a bold move, especially considering the current market for Bitcoin. Their total treasury now boasts over 102,000 Bitcoins, acquired at an average price considerably lower than their recent purchases. Looking at their direction, it appears Strategy is doubling down on its Bitcoin strategy. The strength here are their ability to tap into capital markets effectively and their clear commitment to Bitcoin as a core asset. However, the risks are significant. The price of Bitcoin is notoriously volatile. If Bitcoin prices were to drop substantially, it would directly impact the company's balance sheet and potentially its ability to serve its preferred stockholders. Also, relying heavily on preferred stock sales for funding, especially when buying at higher Bitcoin prices, carries its own set of risks related to market sentiment and the cost of capital. The large amounts available for issuance in their ATM programs suggest they might be preparing for further Bitcoin acquisitions or other strategic moves, but it also means potential dilution for common shareholders if they decide to issue more common stock down the line. In conclusion, Strategy Inc. is making a very clear statement about its future by aggressively buying Bitcoin with funds raised from issuing preferred stock. It is a high-stakes play that could pay off handsomely if Bitcoin continues its upward trajectory, but it also exposes the company to considerable risk. Investors should closely watch the price of Bitcoin and Strategy's continued capital raising activities. Alright, that is our breakdown of Strategy Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Do you think this is a smart move or a risky gamble? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into the financial markets. Don't forget to check out our Discord community linked in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.